Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. So if we're not talking about Trump, we're talking about Russia, Russia, Russia. If it's not Trump, it's Russia. So it's either Putin. They kind of go hand in hand anyway, right? But now we've heard that a Russian council has called for Putin's removal. Some politicians. So wow, that's crazy. Um, there's so much stuff going on in Russia, with the war, with Putin. He's creepy, he's weird. Uh, you've heard about all these Russian executives that have turned up dead. My gosh, I think there's 10. 10 of them they say they've committed suicide. Yeah, or, something or another like that, haven't had a heart attack. Um, One fell over on a boat, on a fishing boat. One jumped from a hospital window. He was getting treatment. I don't want the treatment anymore. I'm just going to kill myself. Um, there was a suicide murder of a family, and they said the mother and the daughter were beaten. And the father, the authority said it was a domestic murder suicide, and that the daughter and the mother were beaten, and then he murdered both of them and committed suicide. But the son came out and said, there is no way that happened. No way. He said that never happened like that. So, whew, there's crazy things happening in Russia. There really is. Also, there was another family that I read about that was found stabbed to death. 10-year-old and 4-year-old child, and the mother and the father. And they said the father did it, and he was one of the executive businessmen. All of them that have been found dead in one way or another, they're very close to Putin, and they have ties to the oil industry, and they're all, oligarchs. They're all very, very wealthy. So that is so weird. It really, really, really is weird. Also, there's been, like I said, there's a council now. There's politicians that are speaking out against Russia and Putin and the war with Ukraine. So that's good. But these deaths, they were ordered by Putin. Okay? They were. What I'm being shown, this is how Putin works. It might sound like somebody that we know, kind of. I'm showing that he opened the door. So he's not going to say, go murder these people. You know what I mean? He's not going to he's not going to directly tell somebody, go kill these people. He won't tell them that, but he's opened the door to their deaths. So he would just order his minions to deal with the men that are speaking out against him. He's like a mob boss. He makes sure that nothing is traced back to him. He kind of speaks in code too, like somebody else we know. And they know what he wants them to do without him having to order it being done. So that's what Spirit shows me. Putin just opened the door. All he had to do is say, certain words, and his minions know what to do. So now we have this group of politicians calling for Putin's removal, right? So should they be worried too? I'd be worried. If I was speaking out against Putin and all these people I see, you can see what he does to his enemies. They are worried. Yes, they are. But they have taken some steps. They're standing up for their beliefs, and I'm seeing that they've signed some documents. So they've left some documents, because if they turn up dead, they want it to be known they didn't commit suicide and that Putin is responsible. So I see them signing writing papers and signing them. Okay? So they're in a place where they'll be publicized if they turn up dead. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing. That's a little bit of protection for them. That's what I'm seeing. That's not much, but it's a little bit. So what I'm asking Spirit now is this the beginning of the end of Putin? And I'm seeing hands pushing Putin out. So he's going to try to resist this, of course, and it's like he will revive himself for a little while, but he'll never stand up strong again. So I see when he stands up, I can kind of like see through him. You know what I mean? He's not solid, so he's not secure and solid. So even though he tries to revive and raise himself from the dead, basically, it won't last. It's not the same. He doesn't have the same effect. He doesn't have the same control. He's not the same man that he once was. So I can see through him. And maybe other people can see through him too. Maybe that's the message. Other people are now able to see through him also. That's very interesting. You know, there's so many similarities between him and Trump. It's like Trump is a chip off the old Putin block. So we know who trained Trump. You know, all those Russian loans paid off for Putin for a short while. But I think in the end, it's going to be his demise. Putin is losing his grip on Russia, and things are going to change. I feel like this is going to be Putin's last stand. It's not looking good for him, but that's good news for the whole world. It really is. Okay, so yeah, I feel like Putin will be going down. Like I said, I think he might have a last hurrah, but he's going to be going down. It won't last too long. So I told you guys the last time I made a video that my husband was making canning pears. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I remember he had put something in it. I couldn't remember to tell y'all what it was. There was something weird that he put in the canned pears. And I'm like, why did you do that? So I told him, what was that you put in there? So he put sugar and he put saffron and he put carmidin. He put carmidin in pears. Ugh. I don't know why. Now, if you're Iranian, that might sound really good to you because that's kind of like what they like to eat. You know, that's their palate. That's the kind of flavors their palate's used to. So if you're Iranian, you might like that. I didn't like it. It was disgusting and gross. He's like, "What's wrong with you? You don't like my pears?" I'm like, And you know what? He did not even leave one pear. He used all of them. So all of them are ruined in my mind. Ugh. They're not even good. I wouldn't even try to make a streusel out of them. It's not good. It is not good. I do not like the taste of carmidin. I don't like it. They put it in their tea. They call it hail. And when they make tea, they'll put carmidin in their tea. And I just don't like it. It took me a long time to like lemon and everything. I don't like too much lemon. They put lemon in everything. Everything. They only put lemon in tea if they're sick. But about Iranians, at least my husband. And it took me a long time to like lemon on things. I don't even like to put lemon on my fish. I know I'm weird. So carmidin, no way, no way. But his specialty is kebab. Now, if you want to eat a good kebab, my husband makes delicious kebab. He makes hamburger kebab, beef kebab, at a steak, and chicken kebab. Delicious, delicious. Nobody makes better kebab than him. I mean, he is fantastic. So anyway, stay in your lane, Johnny. My grandsons are gone for the week, so that's why I'm making another video. I'm kind of free. I don't have to cook in the evening. So my husband's like, what are we eating? And I'm like, what are you cooking? I don't know. I could go without eating, y'all. I could eat a salad. I could eat a couple of crackers and I'd be fine. Honestly, I would be really skinny if it wasn't for my husband. Honestly. I'm very satisfied. I do not have to have a big meal. He has to have a meal. And I have to make a big mess and put on a production. But now that my grandsons are gone, I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I'm not too concerned. What's for dinner? Last night he made cutlet. So Iranians make cutlet out of ground beef and potato and salt and pepper, and he used turmeric. He put a bunch of turmeric. You can use saffron turmeric or whatever, and then you fry them, and it was okay. They weren't as good as mine, I have to say, and his were kind of falling apart and stuff. He's like, my cutlet's falling apart. What am I doing wrong? And I'm like, your oil has to be hot before you put them in. I tried to um, fix it. I kind of had to come over there and take over a little bit for him and fry him up and reshape the patties. He tries to make them real thin, and then they just fall. They just fall to pieces. I'm like, you got to make them a little thicker. So that's the American way. We like our steak and thick, And he likes them real thin, and I don't know. It didn't work. If you don't have your oil really hot, it'll just fall apart. So anyway, they were good. They were fine. So I have plenty of time to do readings, you guys. If you'd like to get a reading with me, this is a good time for you to ask because I've got plenty of time. I can work all the way up until the evening. I don't have to stop and go cook dinner, and wash dishes and all that thing. So I'm ready to work. I'm ready to work. I'm having a good time too. And I love being of service to you guys. I really do. So if you're having some difficulties, some challenges, and that's usually when things are going great, people aren't really asking for readings. They really want guidance and help when they're, going through a difficulty or an obstacle or feeling fearful about something and just dealing with stress, And if you're going through that yourself in your home life, your love life, your career, whatever, whatever it is, and you need some loving guidance, contact me, okay? My readings are very positive, and they will lift you up, inspire you, and help you come to the right conclusion for yourself, okay? So Spirit works by speaking to your heart. Right? They're not going to tell you what to do, but they're going to help you formulate a decision that works best for you because you have free will and you can make any decision you want to. And you don't want somebody to tell you what to do, but you want to come to a place where you feel good about the decision that you're making. And that's what Spirit does. They give you the tools you need to make a decision for yourself. And that's why I love doing this work. I really, really do. And that's the way it should work. Nobody should be telling you what to do. No reader, no spirit should tell you what to do because you have to figure it out for yourself. That's what you're here for. But you got to feel good about it too. And there are tools that you can use that will help you. When you get a reading with me, you'll see that is true. Okay? So please email me if you would like a reading. Also do balance the chakras if you need that. And I offer energy work too. If you need your home to be cleared of energy, if you feel like there's something there and it needs to be cleared, I can do that. Also closing portals and, just contact me. If you have a concern, let me know what it is and I will let you know if I can handle that or not. If I can't, I'll tell you I can't. Okay. So my rates are very affordable. And, of course, my healing sessions are free. If you need a healing session or if you have a loved one or a friend that you would like me to do a healing session for, and just know, you guys, when I do a healing session, I do it on that one person. I don't do a whole bunch of names and do one huge healing session. I focus on that one person, one at a time. Now, if it gets to be too much, I might have to say I can't do it. But so far, I've been able to handle it, okay? And I focus on that one person. I think you get very good results when you do that. I don't know how people can do it they have prayer chains where you add your name to the prayer chain. I don't know how good that is, but I know that when I focus on a person, that it's much, much better. Then I have a whole team focusing on them. We'll have your angels, my spirit team, your spirit team. We have it all. So we'll have a nice little focus going on. So, Oh, and I have some really beautiful banded amethyst. This one's real pretty. This one's even prettier. Look at this. So if you need a yes/no pendulum, I think I have about 6 of these came in. I'm impressed with these. I really like them. They're really, really beautiful. So if you'd like this, I usually put them on a 24-inch chain, but if you would like a different length, let me know. When you email me and you say, I want an amethyst pendulum, just let me know and say, I want it shorter or longer. Whatever inch you want, I'll make it for you. I have a huge spool of chain that I make them. So let me know if you're interested. If you'd like one, you get instructions on how to use it, and then you'll get a pouch to put it in. So it comes with a little pouch. Nice. It's a leather pouch, so it's a nice little pouch. I got these. These are made in Spain, actually. These are so nice. I just came across them one time, and I got a whole box full of them. But they're all made in Spain. All right, guys. So, oh, those are $25 if you wanted to know the price on the amethyst. So email me if you want to purchase an amethyst or you want to get a reading or anything. My email will be below. Okay. So. You guys, it was 63 degrees this morning. I went outside with Kitty Cat, and it was lovely. It was just lovely. Kitty jumped off the deck 3 times. She jumped into the dog kennel, so that's okay because it's completely fenced, so she can't really run away. But I mean, she could maybe pass through the hole. I don't want to really let her try. But she jumped off the deck 3 times, and the 3rd time I was like, okay, time to go in. But she had been out for about an hour and 15 minutes. So, hey, she has to learn. Do you think cats can learn? Do you think if a cat does something wrong and he gets, like every time you go jump into the kennel, I take you and bring you in, does that correlate? You think she'll ever figure it out that, hey, when I do that, I don't get to go out anymore? I don't know. Cats are kind of funky. They're definitely not like dogs. So do you think they can learn? I don't know. It seems like, she does know, but if I'm not watching, she'll jump. But if I'm watching, she's looking at me. She's going like this. I watch her, but sometimes I get interested in my phone and looking at my emails and, getting started on the morning, drinking my coffee out there. And I will see her looking over her shoulder, seeing if I'm looking. Because if I see her start to jump up on the railing, I get up and walk towards her. And if she's on there, she'll jump down. So it seems like she knows. I don't know. So, yeah. I told her, you naughty little kitty. I told you my daughter's out of town. That's why the children are with their father. And she has a little dog that's elderly. I think he's 16 years old. So he's a little poodle, and I think I've talked to y'all before about him. He's blind and he's deaf. And when she leaves, that dog knows she's gone, and he just howls and cries for her. It's terrible. He doesn't sleep in her room. He has a bed out in the living room. He prefers to sleep there. He doesn't like to be stuck in her room, so she put his bed out there. And so he's not with her. He's not a dog that likes to be held and things like that. So, but he knows when she leaves, he knows, and he will howl and cry for her. And last night, right when we were going to bed, he started howling. I mean, I pet him and I feed him and I give him treats. And if you didn't know he was blind and deaf, you wouldn't realize it because he's just like another dog. He knows how to go out. He stands at the door and he'll whine to get out so you can hear him and let him out to go to the bathroom. I mean, he does once in a while. He makes a mistake, but he's pretty good. And last night, right when I was falling asleep, I heard him start howling. And usually he's howling because he thinks he's all alone. And I went over there and I pet him, and I put him outside for a few minutes, let him do his thing, and pet him some more, and bring him back in. And I'm just about to fall asleep again. And there he goes again. He started howling again. I think I'm training him that if he howls and acts naughty, I'm going to come pet him. So I'm like, I need to fix this. And I kind of pushed him a little bit. I'm like, what's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? And like, we're here. We're home. Hopefully he's not crying because he thinks he's alone. So he finally quieted down and I got some sleep. But Yeah, it's fun. If there's not kids here, there's dogs here. One thing or the other, or a husband that'll keep you up for sure. But other than that, everything's going really good. So I hope you guys are getting a little bit of fall weather too. I hope it's cooling off in your neck of the woods and you're enjoying this weather. Right now it's 85 degrees, so it warmed up pretty nicely, but hopefully it won't get too much hotter than that. So you guys enjoy. All right, I'm going to sign off for now. This is a short little video. Love you guys so much. Thank you very much for listening to me, tuning in to me. If you have a comment, if you want me to read on somebody, just write it down below. Let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want a reading, let me know. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Have a blessed day. Love you guys.